I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about hope, which is in short supply, I think, for me and a lot of other people these days. But I found some not too long ago, and I hope that I can share that hope with you, because I bet some of you need it as bad as I do. Some of you may not know this, but I got diagnosed last year, almost a year and a half ago, with a form of cancer, polycythemia vera, which is a blood cancer, which in a healthy person's body has a prognosis of like 20 years. And in my old dying body, not so much 20 years, considerably less. To make matters worse, I spent the last 5 years of my life utterly fucking it up since about 2019. I managed to squander pretty much all of the goodwill I had online. I wasted most of my money gambling in crypto, and I destroyed what was left of my body, basically completely reversing my bypass surgery. So having hope now is very, very difficult. And perhaps rightfully so, I have been bullied relentlessly by the internet for the last few years. Not just like from average Twitter or YouTube commenters either. I mean, like some of the platform's most beloved creators just made videos shitting all over me. And, so I have that going for me. I think the worst part about it is I'm old now. I'm 50. I turned 50 in July. Ask most 50-year-olds. They're going to tell you it's hard to have hope because they're tired, man. It's exhausting. It's just, life is exhausting. 50 years of life is probably too much life for a lot of us. And yet, I still woke up today with hope. I got out of bed. I washed my face. I did what my doctor told me to do. I made YouTube videos. I live streamed. I made my podcast. I did what a person's supposed to do when they still have hope, even though hope is still very hard to come by. I realized the times that I struggle the most with hope is when I look at things on a macro level. When I look into the future, I see public discourse online. I see politics. I see the way the world is changing. I see inflation. I see all this other stuff. And I think, how the hell are we supposed to survive the next 5 years, the next 10, the next 50? Hell, the next year. I don't even know how people are supposed to survive the next year. That's when you lose hope. I realize, though, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just thinking about the day. I'm mostly thinking just about the morning. I'm mostly thinking about breakfast, if I'm being honest. But I think about, hey, maybe today can be a good day. Hopefully today can be a good day. Maybe I'll get some work done. Maybe I'll entertain some people. Maybe I'll have some good fun with family and friends. Maybe it'll be a good day. That's all I'm asking for, is just one good day. I bet you've experienced this a lot lately too, but a lot of those days that I have hope are going to be good turn out to not be very good days. In fact, I think I'm in a fairly unique situation where every time I try to make the best of a day, especially online, people absolutely do their best to make sure it's as miserable as humanly possible. I post a YouTube video or a live stream, and there's this parasocial group of people that just come there and attack the living shit out of me. I post a picture of my girlfriend, and then you've got 1,000 people telling me how I rape babies. It is hard to have hope in that environment. But you want to know something? I still do it. And I think that is human nature. I think it's human nature to give up sometimes. I think it's human nature to feel sorry for ourselves. I think it's human nature to get wounded and need to go recuperate and lick your wounds. But we all get out of bed the next day, most of the time. And if we don't get out of bed tomorrow, you will eventually. Trust me. If you're thinking you won't, you will. I promise. I think I have pretty legitimate reasons to want to give up. Right? At least this internet thing. But I'm not going to. Not as long as you are still watching. The one person that probably is. As long as you're still watching, I'm still posting. Simple as that. Every time I post anything online, I have people saying it's too late. I should give up. I should give up hope. And I won't. I'm always going to do this thing because I like doing this thing, and I hope it'll make somebody's life just a little less shitty. And a lot of times it does. So I'm glad I keep the hope. And I'm using myself as an example here, but there are so many people out there who have it so much worse than I ever had or ever could have, right? They woke up in broken bodies. They wake up in broken minds, broken homes. There's homeless people out there. I mean, I was homeless once, but not my entire life, right? There's people out there with severe crippling drug addictions, and they wake up every day with hope as well. Fuck my pussy ass. I'm a terrible example. They're a much better example. If they have hope, you aren't allowed to give up. Ever. Don't you dare. If you're struggling with it the way I have been struggling with it in the last few years, here's what I've learned. An old adage I learned as a child when I did Al-Anon because my father was an alcoholic. day by day, one day at a time. Take it. That's the simplest thing in the world, but it's true. Wake up with hope for a good day that day. And if that day sucks, hope that the next one can be a little bit better. And if it is, celebrate that shit. Because you're not entitled to any good days. And each one that is a fucking gift. Truly, truly. And I desperately want to know, man, what's causing you to lose hope right now? What are you struggling with? What are you dealing with? What's going on in your world? If there's a little something I can do to help, I'd love to. Maybe I can at least reply to it and let you know that you're loved and taken care of, and someone out there is rooting for you. And if maybe that can help, because I know on some days that's really helped me. And if you're struggling the way a lot of us are struggling right now, the way I'm struggling right now, just remember, day by day. Let's just make today a good day. And if we can't, let's make tomorrow one. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. And for those of you who are waiting for me to officially give up on the whole YouTube thing, don't hold your breath.